Hi everyone, it's Jean from the Inky Owl Studio, and I am continuing on my steampunk folio. I'm really having a good time with this. Lot more of a good time than I thought I would have. Um, so I am going to finish out this little section over here, and came up with this little idea of a envelope here. But for up here, here we go. I went ahead and I cut out with the Tim Holtz little slotted, I don't even know what they call it, but I cut this out and I thought, well, I mean, I could just glue it on here and then put our cards inside. But I came up with the thought of putting a background onto it. And it ended up so that I could glue this in and have a pocket here as well as these here. That was kind of my whole goal, was just to get a piece of cardstock and glue this onto it, just glue here and around the perimeter, and then I would have like this pocket area there. But when I put paper on the back of it, it actually added, I think, a super fun element, so that when your pockets are empty, you kind of see this image in the back. I thought that was like so fun. And this could be good for all kinds of things. You know, if you're working on botanicals or whatever, you could have a real pretty butterfly in the back, or a real nice big blossom, or a large graphic of some sort, so that when all the pockets are empty, then you can see that graphic in the back. I thought that is so cool. So anyways, that was kind of a fun discovery in getting this done. So let me just finish that out here while I'm while I'm talking to you. Now, I just wanted to say, I hope I can talk and craft, because sometimes I don't do that very well. Like I can't chew gum either, right? I got a lot of comments, and I've had these comments before, of people feeling a little intimidated by steampunk who haven't, worked in it. And I felt the same way before I started this project, because this is the first steampunk project I've ever done. And I felt a little bit that way too. I was so intrigued by it though, and I so admire artists. There's so many out there that are just, oh, they're so much better than I probably will ever hope to be, but just beautiful artists out there. And it was like, am I going to do this right? How is this going to work? I found out a couple of things. The first thing that I found out in doing this, and this is why I want to talk about this, so I want to encourage you, actually, if you are at all intrigued, to give it a try. Because doing something new that's challenging to you really does open up a lot more avenues to your creativity than you might think. And it helps you actually think about other things that you regularly do in a different light. So that was the first thing that I felt benefited me from, trying this particular genre. And the second thing, what I think really helped me too, was, and I've said this before, but using something that is plain in the steampunk world, something that isn't real busy, because so much of it is really very busy. And that part there is visually intimidating for some people who aren't used to working with stuff like that. Like, I mean, it's a beautiful page, but it's extremely, extremely busy. But it's really neat. I mean, the artist, this is from Journal Centric, she just did a fantastic job, I believe, putting one together. But when you're new to this, it's like, there's so much here. So what using Caroline Crafttree's digitals helped so much, I think, visually, to give my eyes some rest. So I just used them for these background pages here, and on the flap here, and background here and here. It helped me to then use this busier paper in different places. And I just picked out images and pieces of the collage that really interested me. Of course, I had said I really liked this a lot, and I liked this one in another one of her pages, so I made a tag from it. And here on the inside, I really like this dragonfly on top of this wheel or gear. So I just went ahead and picked out those things that I really liked and highlighted them in the journal at different places. So, and then the other thing that really helped me, and I'm not giving you instruction on how to make your journal by any means, please don't take it that way. But what just helped me too was, and I've mentioned it before, coming up with a unifying pattern that I'm sprinkling throughout to kind of help tie everything together. So it's this grungy damask pattern for me. That's what it was. And these, you know, are the little reinforcers that go on these slip pockets here. And just putting that throughout the journal helped me to unify the designs. So down here, I'll put another piece of that down there. And so those are the things that I think helped me a lot to see where do I want my pocket. I want it here or here. Okay, I'm putting the right side. That really helped me quite a bit in putting it together. But it, you know, it's been really good practice though, and I really think you would have more fun than you realize to do it. And let's just, I want that key to stand out there a little bit, but I have to have room with that pocket. There you go, right like that. There we are. There we are. And this is my little flip out pocket or envelope, and I'm going to put this little guy here on there. So anywho's, and I also got a comment about the magnets that I use. So let me get those out here in a second, and we'll talk about those. There we go. So I like the way that came together. I think it's so much fun. I mean, I am going to use this idea on other stuff. I think I can just see having like a butterfly behind there or something, you know, like the front piece be kind of a soft piece or soft pattern, and then having that in the back. Even though you are going to put these little guys in here, it would be just so fun to have that surprise when you take them all out. All right, so as far as magnets go, these are the magnets I've used in the past for a lot of little projects that don't take a lot of holding power. So that would be like these here. They don't take a whole lot of holding power. Although these are pretty powerful. You put them down in your hand, you go bing like that. So they are pretty good. But if they don't have to go through too many layers, they work really well, and they're really teeny tiny. Now that's the key, isn't so much as their diameter as it is how thick are they. And boy, now I have to think about how thick they are. I don't think 0.2. It says 0.2 inches. But is that the width? Oh, that might be the width. Okay. I'm going to have to, let me look that. You know what? I'm just going to pause right now and look that up and see what is the thickness of that. All right, I looked it up. You cannot buy this particular brand, but you can get other ones from a different company that are like this. It's 1 millimeter thick. It's 5 millimeters wide and 1 millimeter thick. But it's really the thickness that is what you have to look for. And looking for the 1 millimeter, I I think you'll be the happiest with. Now the ones I used it for over here, don't have them near me, but they're slightly larger. They're still 1 millimeter, but they're probably maybe 10 millimeters wide. They're twice the width, or diameter, I should say. They're twice the diameter of this one here, but they're still 1 millimeter thick. And I think that is probably the key to look for. And the more the larger the diameter, the more it's going to hold as far as layers of paper goes. So like this one here, see, I had not made the gussets. I think I explained in the past one, and I had put the magnets in before I filled it up. If I had filled it up and then put the magnets in, probably would have had a better experience. But it still holds. I mean, it still definitely holds. It just doesn't snap back like the other ones do. But I did use the bigger one for this particular pile. So yeah, and so these little ones with just one little layer, I just used the little tiny ones. Okay? I don't know, it's a long explanation of my magnets. But really, if you put in like 5 mm by 1 mm magnets, you probably, in Amazon, you probably would get your selection of prices and different companies that made them. So I did want to bring that out for you that wanted to use magnets. Now I'm going to put in this really fun, I do want to put, so this was the tag. I really like this tag, and I think it's going to be so fun peeking out of this zipper and then putting some charms down here. And I don't want to cover up too much of this gear butterfly because I think these are so cool. And come to think of it, I should have put, yeah, I probably should have put the paper in that way so I had a bigger butterfly down here, because part of that's going to get covered up unless I come all the way down here. And let's see. Yeah, you really can't tell what it is. Like here you can at least tell. So anyhow, that is the story on that. Let's see, get my little thing on here. Yeah, I'll just put in a little tie. Now I really want to use this ribbon, but it is a wire ribbon, and I can take the wires out, but I'm just wondering how it would be to leave the wire in. I think it would look fun, but would it? So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it as if I'm going to use the wires. Let's just give that a try. And just twist it. You don't have to tie it necessarily. You can just twist it on the top. And so I kind of envisioned it kind of being angular or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. If I don't like it, I can take it off and take out the wires. Maybe we'll just try it like that. But I do want to use this ribbon. It's the only black ribbon I have. Well, it's not the only one. I had this one too, which isn't too bad, but I don't know. So I did buy some gears to decorate this with. On the outside, now I really do see why most of the steampunk projects are from books or altered books or some kind of a hardboard on the outside, because you can really build up and not have to worry about the weight as you do with a file folder. It wasn't something I thought about until a little later. But now I am going to just actually push in as much as I can on the sides without looking too off, because the zipper is a little bulky down there, and I probably should wait till this dries, but this would kind of has the potential of catching on that, so I'm trying to bubble it up a little tiny bit. And I'm probably going to have to let that dry before I try it out. You know how those are. You think, oh, this is perfect, and then maybe not so perfect. Oh, this is what I was afraid of. It is definitely tight, but it does fit. Yeah, it does fit. Oh, I love that. Love it. Now I got to get something to hang on here. Some kind of charms or whatever to hang down on the bottom of this. Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty fun. This is pretty fun. I want to put something here too. So I had a couple of ideas. I thought this was kind of cute. Now these are from Ephemera Garden. So are these here, and these tags here are from Ephemera's Garden. And all the links are down below. Kind of liked that. I had another one here too. Let's see. I think it may have fell out someplace. Where did that one go to? Here he is. This little owl. This owl looks fun too. I like him as well. Of course I like an owl. My goodness. Who wouldn't? And maybe I do have enough ladies. I do have quite a few, actually. I think I might be going with this owl. See, this owl has some roses in it, if you can see. And her kit does have roses spread out, these white roses spread out. And that's where I got the idea to maybe put those in there. Like maybe if I just add one rose to this whole place, maybe I can just add one rose and put them over there. Sort of like this here. Somebody's probably saying, no, no, don't do it, don't do it. Actually, I don't think it looks so bad. I kind of like it, to tell you the truth. But, you know, I'll probably just stick with him. And, yeah, how fun. So, also, I got another comment, and I think Tanya commented on this from Teddy Treasures. I think she said that she was kind of happy to see, to find a use for the file folders with the middle tab. Because, and I got to thinking, she's so right, because all these file folders, folios that we make, we tend to really like the ones on the bottom or the, you know, the left or the right. And the middle tab kind of like gets pushed aside. So I like, well, yeah, this is kind of cool for those. And it's like, wonder what else I can do with the middle tab. So maybe I'll do another one with the middle tab. Alrighty. That's cool. And this is a nice place for a pocket. So essentially, I think all these elements are done. And now all I need to do is get the journal part in here and put in my eyelets and my elastic. And that'll just be the cat's meow. And then I'll be doing the outside. So probably the next time we get together, probably one more here in this series, is I will do the outside. Now that's where I'm starting to feel a little challenged, is the outside. because I feel like I have to really get it right. I don't know what right is, but I feel like I got to, um, I don't know. That's where I feel the pressure at for some reason. Anywho, so we will be seeing you again later. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope I gave you some encouragement to maybe step out of your comfort zone if you have not done steampunk before. It is a lot of fun. It really is. And you know, there are wonderful, wonderful artists there in steampunk who are much more knowledgeable than I am and much more talented than I am for sure. But I'm just maybe giving you the encouragement to observe somebody who doesn't know what they're doing exactly. That maybe you can step out and do it too. So we will be talking to you later. You have a crafty day. Bye.